Hello everyone, welcome back to the second video of October 2022 monthly test past paper. Hope all of you have gone through the part 1 where I discussed the first 5 questions with that video. By any chance, if you have missed that, please go through the first 5 questions with part 1, and that here that I am discussing the questions from question number 6 onwards. Again, that if you have not done the questions from 6 onwards, please don't watch the video now. Please do the paper by yourself, that without watching the video, then you watch the video and mark your answers and try to rectify your errors and whether you have done it correctly or not, right? So then straight away, we will move to question number 6, that these are the answers for question part 1. And I will start this from question number 6. This is from the indices lesson. Now here, the first of all, I will just remind you the theory behind this. If you have 2 to the power 3, so what does this mean, children? That mean 2 times 3? No, that is wrong, right? If you have 2 to the power 3, the meaning of this is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So then that means the index is the 3, 2 is the base value. The index value tells us how many times we want to multiply the base value, right? So this is we call the base, and this is we call the index, or sometimes we name this as the power, right? So this index or the power tells us how many times we should multiply the base value, right? So then here that you have C 3 times. How we are going to write it? C is the base value and to the power 3, right? To the power 3. So then the D, how many times they have given? 2 times. D to the power 2. So this is how you write this the expanded version in index form. Then the next one, you want to write 2 factors of 24. Before writing the 2 factors of 24, that you can learn that how to recognize the factors, that you can have this kind of a tree diagram where that you write starting from 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. 5 times, no, we don't have. So then 6 times 4, but we don't want to write it again. Already we have written 4 times 6. So then what are the factors of 24, children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. These are the factors of 24. So, but you want to write only 2. They don't write everything. They have asked you to write only 2 factors. So then how you are going to write? That you just write that you can write either 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, anything, or else at the 2 and 3. You can write anything. So then like this, 2 and 3, let's say, any 2 numbers out of this list. Write 2 multiples of 9 in between 27 and 48. So what you want to do when you have this kind of question, quickly you can recall the multiplication table of numbers. So then here it is 18, that actually that you don't want to get these things because we are finding the multiples from 27, 9 times 4, it is 36. So then 9 times 5, 45. So then 9 times 6, 54, right? So then write 2 multiples between 27 and 48, 36 and 45, right? So then here you write the answer 36 and 45. So these are very easy questions, children, where you want to read the questions carefully, that get the answers. So then you can do all these workings like I'm doing in the paper, the right side. It doesn't matter. That's totally fine. Your teacher then knows that she will know that how you have gained the answers, right? So then it is that you have the freedom to write these kind of thing and get the answer and show that how you got the answer. Write the value of the 4 in the given number. Right, so then what you want to do that first of all that you segregate what's going on because that it's a very big number. So then if you look at this is the 4 they are talking, right? So then this is the 100,000. What is this, children, that if I write it as the 100,000? So that is the place value, right? So this is the place value. If you have written the answer 100,000, your answer is wrong. Why? They have asked not the place value, but they have asked the value of the digit 4. So then if the place value is 4, so value of the digit 4 should be 400,000, right? It should be 400,000. So then this is the value of the digit, right? Value of the digit. Read the question carefully, children, and see whether what they have asked. Whether they have asked that the place value or they have asked value of the digit. Here they have asked the value of the digit. So then you can write the answer 400,000. So then the next one, the 227 and 229 are two odd numbers. What are the even numbers before 229 and 227? So then 200 and you can write this 227. Before that, what is the even number you have? 226. So then you have 228 and 229. So then these two are odd numbers, right? So these two are odd numbers. Okay. So then the other two numbers are here. I will go there nicely. Like this. Right. So then these are even numbers. Now what they are asking, the even numbers before 229, before 229, the answer is 228. And that the before 227, the answer is 226. Therefore, the answers are 226. No, that the order, it is 228 and 226. That is how you want to write the answers. So here they have given set of numbers. Write the two prime numbers from the above list. Now, when you have this kind of question, children, that what you can do, that you straight away get the answers to the 27, let's say. 1 times 27 and 3 times 9. That we know for sure these are the fraction factors are there. If they have the more than the two factors, they are not prime numbers, no children, because we know for prime numbers that we do have only two factors, 1 times 2, that's it. Then the 3, you have 1 times 3. For 5, you have only 1 times 5, that you have two factors. So then if you take 32, that straight away we know that the 1 times 32 and 4 times 8. We do have that more than that, but you don't want to write everything, that only you can show that it is having more than two factors. That is enough to prove that it is not a prime number. So then 27 it is not, 32 it is not a prime number. That if you take 16, so then 1 times 16 and 4 times 4. So that is not a prime number. But that the 29 children, that if you see that 1 times 29, that you don't have any other the products to show this 29. And 13 also 1 times 13, which they are showing the same feature like this. Therefore, the two prime numbers from this list is that the 13 and 29. Write the difference of the above two prime numbers. You want to write the difference between the above two prime numbers, 29 then subtract 30. But if you can't get the answer, here you write 29, subtract 13. So then here 9 minus 3, it is 6. So then the answer is 16. Right? So then the answer is 16. So what is the sum of the above two prime numbers? So then you write 29. Sum means you want to add. So then what you should do, 29 and 13, you add 12, 42. So the answer is 42. 2 plus 1, 3, and remainder 1, 42. Right. So then we will move to question number 2. Question number 2, children. You have 3 fractions to add with the same denominator. When you have the 3 or 2 fractions like this with the same denominator, what you do, you draw the longer line and write the common denominator here. So then you write 1 plus 3 plus 1 and 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 over 8, right? So this is how you get the answer. 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 1, 5. So then the next one, it is about the equivalent fraction. Can you remember the earlier video? I explained you to get the equivalent fraction, what you are supposed to do. You want to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. You want to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Or divide both the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Now here what has happened, children? 35, that now it is 5. So divide by 7. And here that 7 divided by 7, the answer is 1. And 6 you multiply by 2, it gives you 12. And 5 you multiply by 2, it gives me 10. 7 you multiply by 3 and 3 you multiply by 3, it gives you 9. Okay. 35 divided by 7, it gives you the answer 5. To have the equivalent fraction, we want to do same thing to the numerator. 7 divided by 7, the answer is 1. And part B, that you want to multiply. 6 multiplied by 2, 12. 5 multiplied by 2, 10. 7 multiplied by 3, 21. 3 multiplied by 3, 9. Okay. So then write 256,986 in numerals. 256,000. 256,986. 986. 256,986. Now you just see, children, that when I'm doing them, that I'm also double checking what has happened. Whether I miss any of the digits. 256,986. Yes, it is correct. So then here we want to fill the blanks. If you can remember, so this question is very similar to the question you had in grade 5 also. The last page that you had this kind of thing. So similar to that, they have given that 17 you divide by something, the answer is 1. Then when you divide a number by something and you get the answer 1, that should be the same number, 17. 17 you divide by 17, the answer is 1. So then 14 and 6, When you add these 14 and 6, what will be the answer, children? 20. 20 and you add something, it gives you 32. So that is 12. Right? Hope that I don't want to explain these questions that much. So these are very simple ones. With the 14 and 6, when you add 20 and you add something, it gives me 32. So then 20 plus 12 is 32, right? So then from 84, you deduct something, it gives you 60. So that is 24. How? That if need, I will show you the method. Now here, this one, you just look at this. You get that the 14 and 6 you add. It gives me 20. From 32, you deduct 20, then it gives me the answer 12. That is how I get the answer 12. So then the next one, from 84, I want to deduct 60. So then it gives me 24. This is how I get the answer for this. And here, that you add 42 and something, it gives me 56. From 56, you deduct 42. So then 14. Yeah, it is 14. So this is how you get the answer for this question. And the 11 you multiply by something, and we hope that this is something you should know, that the 11 you multiply by 11, the answer is 121, right? So then for these questions that you should be thorough with the multiplication tables. By any chance, if you have not written the correct answers, that means you are not thorough with the multiplication table. Therefore, those students, please go through the multiplication table and study it properly. Otherwise, you will be in trouble in the exam that you can't do that 11 times 1, 11 times 2, 11 times 3. Likewise, that you can't do up to 11. So then the time is wasting, right? So then the 81 you divide by something and gives you 9. So that is 9. Why? I know 9 multiplied by 9, the answer is 81, right? So then 225, you multiply by 10, it gives you 2250. And that 20, you multiply by something, it gives me the answer 0. That means 0. 0 multiplied by 20, the answer is 0. So then 2050, you divide by 10. Then when you get the answer 205, you don't have the last digit 0, right? So then you multiply a particular number by 100. So what is that number? It should be 20. 20 multiplied by 100, it gives me 2000, 3 zeros. So then 60 you multiply by 10, it gives me the answer 600. So then you divide a particular number by 100 and it gives you the answer 308. What is that answer? 30,800. You can see you have 2 zeros at the end. When you are dividing it by 100, that you get only 308. So these are very easy questions, children, that I don't think that the way I want to explain it. So then this is this is the practice. That it is more or less that it is the practice that you practice more the sums that you will get the answers easily. Okay, children. So then that is the end of this paper. October 2022, grade 6, past paper. And I will try my best to release 2021 video also. Please be in touch and see whether you will get considering my health condition and the different time periods I am having, I will try my best to release that the 2021 October monthly past paper 2. Keep in touch, go through this video and see whether you understood everything. And if you didn't understand anything, please feel free to mention and try to clarify the doubts before you go to the monthly test. And keep this in your mind. This is the first monthly test you are facing after you came to the middle school. So far, you were in the middle primary school, and after you moving to the middle school, this is the very first exam you will be having. So you want to do your best. You can do that. So you have another 5 to 6 days. So then do your best. Then go through the content which you covered in the school, and then go through the textbook and do your best. Okay, good luck, students.